with Fox and Gavrikov. The Bedard unit for Chicago with Green and Frondell. Whoa. Shot by Green off the bar.
Game has come billed as, and there's going to be an opening shift off the post.
At the left point, cut off by Fox behind the net. Now Green over to play the puck for Chicago. Here's Bedard, and he's stopped by Garand. Very young defensive core for the Blackhawks. Shot by Kaiser misses the net. Here's Bertuzzi, who has scored 29 goals. Save made by Garand on Renzel. Held in by the Blackhawks. Puck knocked down by Mikheyev. Back out to the point for a shot by Crevier, and the save by Garand. Del Mastro throws one towards the net, which is blocked. And Sikora moves it down into the Chicago end. Rangers go for a change.
It's interesting. I was talking to Braden Schneider today. His first NHL game, he wore number 45 like Fortescue and scored in his opening night. I said to Drew, did you realize that he scored in his opening night? I don't want to put any pressure on you, but wearing the same number.
Snyder's goal in San Jose against Aiden Hill, who went on to win a Stanley Cup with Vegas in his NHL debut back in January of 22. Shot by Renzel. Lafreniere. Centering pass to Vandenjad. Moves it back out to the point for a shot by Robertson. Stopped by Soderblom, and the Blackhawks dropping it back. Puck poked out of the zone. Chased by Connor Sherry. Sherry with Miller and Cartier. Sherry looking to feed Miller. Puck is gathered in by Soderblom. Then he lost it. And Bedard settles it down and flips it out into the neutral zone for Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi dropping it. Left shot off a shot, and a save by Garand. He hangs on, including the goaltender Garand. Save by Soderblom on Sikora, one of those Ranger rookies. Ended his career with the Blackhawks and has been in the organization for a long time. Fox with a drive, and that's held by Soderblom, and we'll take a break. Rangers with the puck in the Blackhawks zone. Here's Sikora across to Fortescue, dropping it back to Fox. Shot stopped, and then Sikora misses the net.
Where the youth of Chicago becomes very evident as they're playing their own end of the ice. Whoops.
Now Miller had the puck stripped, and a save by Garand.
Probably don't want to turn it over to Berard, but that's what the goaltender's back there for, right? Like, just can't quite figure out what to do with it. Gets the pocket picked by Frondell, and not a whole lot of space for Bedard. Head up. Oh boy, we're talking about that glove, right? Look at the position of that glove. And he did. Chicago had 5 of the first 8 shots, and the Rangers have been much more dominant since.
Race for the puck, and a save by Garand. Bertuzzi with it. Out to Levshunov. And now Nazar into the slot. Puck comes across. They score. So the Blackhawks able to convert late in this first period. Lardis with his 8th of the season.
8th of the season. It all starts when Will Borgen has trouble with the puck getting it out, right? Chicago gets possession. It's right here. Borgen throws it. If you're going to throw it up the boards. Doesn't go up the boards, and then you never get it back. And it's going to find its way onto the stick of Lardis. Lardis in his last year junior had 71 goals playing for Brantford. And here we go. It gets the spot, the stick down in the ice, and a heads-up play with the veteran Bertuzzi. The last guy to score that.
Absolutely. Here comes Cartier, waiting for teammates. Drops it off for a shot by Schneider. Bedard couldn't play the rebound. Sherry slides it across. Score! Looked like JT Miller got a piece of it. The Rangers tie the game at 1.
Well, this line is they do a really good job of being connected, according to the coaching staff. Place to go, gets back to the point, and watch Miller fight for position. He's fighting against Crevier, who's 6'8", right? JT just hangs in there,
Off the skate.
and it goes in.
On the Blackhawk.
Right off the left foot of JT Miller originally. JT's going to get credit. We'll take one more look here. It's going to go right there off the toe of JT Miller. And the
now Braden Schneider slides it across for Robertson towards the net. Blocked off in front. Puck is loose. Rangers keep it alive. Score! Matthew Robertson gives the Rangers a 2-1 lead.
This is another good job of pretty simple, straightforward hockey as the Rangers get captain around the net. Puck will get back to the point. Robertson's going to get a couple whacks at it. He's going to stay with it. This one's a good chance off an odd angle. But Miller in front, tying up the defenders, allows a little more space for Robertson. And what a shot. What a shot over the left shoulder of the Chicago netminder. All kinds of traffic in front, and the puck doesn't need a lot of room.
And now Borgen for Trocheck. Here comes Cooley with Sikora. Cooley slides it across. Sikora scores! His first National Hockey League goal!
It's the moment he showed up for the flight to Toronto, and the Rangers do a nice job creating an odd man rush into the offensive zone, and boy, that's a goal scorer's goal there. Also, nice little pass from Will Cooley. Head up, goes short side, midway up, and Adam Sikora, welcome to the National Hockey League as a goal scorer. A huge smile.
Most recent effort kept alive by Melosh. Now Borgen slides it across. Score! Johnny Brodzinski makes it 4-1 Rangers.
Well, Hamalash must have been listening to Steve Valiquette during the first intermission about getting the puck to the net. Good job with the puck. Watch him drive the net. Using his size, force the defenders to have to do something, and eventually ends up on the stick of Brodzinski. And boy, I'll tell you, get that big body going, you lean, you know what? Then you knock a guy over on the way down, and it gets on the Brodzinski's stick, and the Rangers have a 4-1 night. Lafreniere, 100% a composite on that one. Whoops.
There's Teravainen for the Blackhawks. Now Slaggert moving it on Garand, who makes the stop again.
Period, Kenny.
Power play brought to you by Genesis. Rangers 0 for 1 tonight. They win the draws. Zibanejad towards the net, saved by Soderblom. Rangers fell behind 1-0, have scored the last 4. Out shooting Chicago 35-27. Off the draw, puck comes to Fox, and now Zibanejad. Here's Miller. Adam Fox towards the net, score! Lafreniere, redirect. The spotlight on Alexei Lafreniere tonight, and he scores another goal.
So you win the face-off of possession of the puck. Now, out goes the defender, but the puck just moves to the open ice that's created and a deflection. There's a clear example of a puck moving faster than any person can skate to catch it. And Lafreniere, it's been his. Literally visited Stephen in the hospital.
Steve McDonald Extra Effort Award will be handed out later in this homestand. Always a highlight of the Rangers season.
Yeah.
Here's Fortescue. Back it comes, score! Johnny Brodzinski with his second of the game on a play started by Drew Fortescue.
Yeah, I think Fortescue's going to get himself on the board here as we take a look here. Fortescue moves it, and then this is a great pass from Taylor Radish. Hanging in the the high slot is Brodzinski. It's going to be his second on the night, and that went through a few bodies. Eventually gets to the back of the net, and the family.
Time winding down here at the Garden. And for Dylan Garand, his first National Hockey League victory. Rangers win it